What's up, everybody? Relevant Rants. We're here
Yeah.
with our friend Angela
How you
Frazier,
doing?
my good buddy Tom Touchstone.
Yeah,
Hey, we're
What's
all
up?
together.
you still good buddies, huh?
The, the
We just got back from Phoenix.
That's
we
what I hear.
did.
Yeah,
I
we had
didn't
a
get
good time.
invited to that. I guess I'm not in that club yet.
Well,
Well,
talk to this man.
I'm not in that club.
No,
Yeah, it's something else.
Angelo.
I didn't get invited to dinner on that one.
An- It was so funny because that's Mike and I are getting in with our friends at Turning Point USA,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be a good relationship. And so we're glad to be here with Angelo Frazier today.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
So we did a show probably about a couple months ago, and we're going to have the link up as this show goes on. But Angelo just did something that was pretty cool. Let's talk about this first. Last night I was at the Law Enforcement Man of the Year, and I shared that because something happened last week, and I don't know who votes for this stuff. It's
I like to know that too.
so we were voted in Kern County the
Most
number
conservative,
one conservative county in California.
Yeah,
Now,
absolutely.
to the chagrin of the czar of California, Governor Newsom, Comrade Newsom, we'll call him today.
Yeah,
Mussolini.
And so as
Mussolini, yes. That's pretty good.
and so as we talked about this, I told Donnie Youngbug last night, congratulations, because Donnie's a big driving force.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
he's a Kern County sheriff.
He's
And
the
let's
man.
just say it, Donnie puts his neck on the line for Kern County.
Absolutely. He's a
And-
stand-up guy.
And we want to appreciate that.
Yeah, stand-up guy.
We've got so many great law enforcement. We
Sure.
got a great district attorney,
Yes, absolutely.
Cindy
Cynthia
Zimmer.
Zimmer.
Cindy Zimmer,
Yeah.
and aren't we fortunate to have a lot of believers? When we
Yeah.
say believers, we're talking about people who believe in Jesus Christ.
And we have an awesome BPD chief as well.
We do, and we have a mayor, Mayor Go, who's a believer, and also our California Highway Patrol chief,
Right.
Augie Moreno, who did a great job singing the national
Yeah.
anthem last night for the Sheriff's Department. So we just want to give a shout out to Kern County, Bakersfield, because we're in the middle of California, and if you don't think that's hard, the pressure we get from San Francisco and the liberal
Los
league,
Angeles.
and then we get it from Los Angeles, and we're in the middle. So
Well, somehow they squeeze us to the right.
That's it. Yeah. With all that, we still got voted the most conservative. Isn't that something?
and we get blamed by the left or by the liberals or people who don't believe
Yeah.
like us as being the ones that were called to sin.
Yeah.
So I don't know how we could have done that.
Yeah.
I think we added our voice to it,
I think we did.
but that's okay because he got
They added a whole
reelected.
bunch of extra votes in there.
Yeah. Well, who counted them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're still figuring that out. But there again, California, we know that I love that T-shirt of the '80s, Angelo, that showed a fish swimming against the flow.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's
like that.
I think that's the conservative.
I like
Christian
Angela's
movement.
T-shirt.
Do you like this?
We talked about that a couple times.
Yeah, we did. So Angelo,
Paleontologists will never discover transgender bones.
and they're not.
Yeah.
They're not. I want to use this verse today because
Yeah.
we prefaced our show by 1 Thessalonians 5:11, which means we know the good work that you're doing and continue to do, and
Yeah.
that's what Angelo's out there in the community doing a great thing. And so this verse kind of sums up our show today, and it's in Matthew chapter 5, 14 and 16. It says, "You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden.
Yeah.
Nor do people light a lamp and put it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all the houses."
Love it.
I can't see the rest of it, but that's something else. And so, but it goes on to say, people have to see, the good work that we do.
Yeah.
So as we do that stuff, there was an event that happened in Bakersfield that
Yes.
we're going to play a video on in a minute.
Yeah.
Let's play the video right now, Mike. And let's just set this up because it was last Sunday.
Yeah.
You let some people out. Well, let's play it up.
At the Fox Theater went on sale, causing controversy in the community. And tonight was the first day of the show. Eyewitness News report.
What happened?
It was.
Well, let me get it restarted. I'll try to
Joins us in studio with details after speaking to a pastor at the theater. Mary?
Lena, that's right. This is the longest running drag tour in the country that came to town. However, the show faced some opposition from the Christian community.
It's naughty all the way through.
It's nasty. It's perversion. It's taking Christmas and turning it into a sexual show. That's what it is. And it's happening here in Bakersfield, California.
Back in June, Eyewitness News spoke with Pastor Angelo Frazier, who went to pray to protest the show when he found out tickets were getting sold, in hopes that it will come to a stop, calling it a mockery of Christmas and Christianity. He believed that the show would not represent what Bakersfield stands for. Fast forward to Sunday night, the show went on, and hundreds gathered, hoping that their words would help it come to an end.
What I said was, I hope it would either come to,
Frazier
God would
said
either
he asked
end this,
people from different
or he
churches
would
to
use
come
this
down
to
and
wake us
peacefully
up.
join him to pray outside the theater.
Christmas is a traditional holiday, and yes, there's, it's gotten a lot more secular over the years, but this is an abomination. They're sexualizing Christmas. I think it's wrong for kids. I think it's wrong for families. As a matter of fact, the message of Christmas is goodwill, of great joy for all the people. This that's happening here in Bakersfield is perversion. It's a perversion of Christmas. And as a Christian, I feel an obligation to say something about it.
Despite the opposition outside, the lines continued to grow as people waited for the show to begin. Eyewitness News spoke to a few people in line who were getting tickets to go in, but didn't want to speak on camera. They said they just want to have a good time with their friends and family and not let what's happening outside affect their mood.
Yeah.
And do all these other. We don't want to hate. We want to say there's a better way.
God loves people. He loves people inside this building right here, and he wants good things for them. He wants them to have eternal life with him and not receive destruction because of their own behavior.
Frazier said those who showed up to pray and protest should write a letter to the Board of Supervisors to help provide better entertainment for the city. I reached out to Fox Theater, but they said they are not commenting on what happened. Live in studio, Mary Pronian, Eyewitness News.
So, Angela, tell us how this all started, because we're going to drop a link, because we did a show, a lunch break show that had you on.
Yeah.
Tell us how this started.
Well, I saw a flyer. Someone sent me a flyer that this thing was, tickets were going to go on sale with the drag queen. And I was like, what? Drag queen Christmas. And the first thing I thought was, Tom, like 2 years ago, we were told that we couldn't even say Merry Christmas because that would be offensive. And I'm going, this is a joke. This can't be happening. This isn't real. There's some research and found out it's more than real. And it was coming to Bakersfield. And the date on it was the tickets were going to go on sale in June. So I said, well, let's do a prayer rally, and we're going to meet them at that point. And we got out there and met them at that point.
And maybe have conversation.
Yeah, huh?
Maybe have conversation.
Yeah.
Was it conversation?
No. Man, we got out there. We had about 40 people show up. We prayed under the jail in the Fox Theater, and there was a group in opposition showed up and yelled and screamed at us and cursed at us for almost an hour. Mocked us basically for just praying. And we were told because it was during LGBT month, this is why they didn't really put that on the air. So what they put on the air would have made it look like we were the ones causing the problems and the disturbance, simply because we were praying that this event doesn't go on. Yeah.
And it's interesting because as Kern County just got voted the number one conservative county in California.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that there might be just a little different attitude.
Well, where are the conservatives?
Yeah.
We had hundreds come out, but where are the elected leaders?
Well, let's make this very clear, because we're not. You didn't come out against the people.
No. We're coming out against the presentation of this. Anybody could have done this.
Yeah.
This is still perverse to be doing this, to be sexualizing Christmas.
Well, and there again, on our show, if you watch our lunch break show, we do have to black out because we can't show it on the air. We get in trouble that way. We've got in trouble before. But they showed what went on inside the event, and it is sexualizing Christmas. Now, Christmas, explain to us the word Christmas. What does it mean?
It's Christmas. It's Christ with us. It is a historical and a faith event where it is that Christ came to earth to redeem sinners. Whether you're a believer or not, the fact that it happened, and it's true.
And we know this because a lot of critics will tell us that it didn't happen on December.
We know this.
This is an obvious point that we all talk about. that we talked about on the show. We
Yeah,
talked
absolutely.
about on the exclusive interview with us. And so they're here relevant rants. I love mini group. Angelo is part of our talent. He's part of our group, and he's an activist. I can't call you an activist. I don't know if you like that term.
No, I don't, that term is a little. I believe we have an obligation to speak the truth in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be a speaker of the truth in life.
Yeah, I love it on our show. Remember when the BLM, the Black Lives Matter, we do Black Lives, we do believe Black Lives Matter, we believe all lives matter. And so you during that time, you were standing at the steps of the police department.
Correct.
Tell us what was going on and what they were handing you, and then you were handing.
Well, I think it was the third or fourth night of the peaceful protest. There were about 300 people in front of us and a SWAT team in the building behind us, and they were standing on the steps. This was of the BBD station, and they were running up and grabbing the door, and they were going to try to do what happened in Minneapolis, take down the police station, and they were chanting, "Take it down," and all this stuff.
I don't think that'd go over very well in Bakersfield.
And it didn't. And
so they see a black man standing at the top of the stairs, 6'6",
8.
6'8", and they assumed you were part of the.
Oh, they definitely assumed I was a racist, absolutely total racist, because a bigot. I love the police and all that kind of stuff. And so they were coming past me and grabbing hold of the door to the BPD station. And if you're anybody who's familiar with Bakersfield, you'll know that that's kind of an in cove there. And so I was stuck between 300 people there, SWAT team behind me, and some guys came across from the front of the building, and they had tore off the P and the O of the police and handed it to me. At the same time, I had my phone on, in touch with the sniper guys, calling them, and I'm going, "Hey, I'm down here. Hey, no." And so it was that moment where I felt like this is going to end bad, because now I have almost looked like I've become part of this riot, holding the P and the O of the Bakersfield Police Department in my hand. So I turned around, and I could see the guys in there with the helmets and everything. They were ready to come out. And I went, and I handed it to him, and he opened the door and took the P and the O. And they told me I got about a minute, and I got to get out of the way because they were going to come out of that door. And I yelled and screamed, told these people to stop, get back down the steps. And somehow they actually backed down.
Well, if people see the side of you, God's given you a gift. I mean, your presence is always visible.
Yeah, it was my presence would have. I look back on that and I'm thinking that was pretty dicey, man. I was a little concerned.
I like that.
Yeah.
So something happened this week, and I think it's cool. As you can go out and check out the interview that we did with Angelo.
Yeah.
He's got what I love about the interview, he's got a lot of creative ways to present a complicated circumstance.
Yeah.
And I believe you brought it out a lot in our show. But something happened was the what is it, Breitbart, which is a national syndicated social media news thing.
Yeah, Breitbart picked it up. I got a note that Breitbart picked it up, and I was going, wow, okay. Look, this is universally Christmas is accepted around the world. Not that everybody believes in it, but I think most.
A lot of our friends that we have don't believe in it.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I've got Jewish friends, I've got Muslim friends,
and so do I.
Yeah, but you've got your days. Let us have ours.
Yeah, but you aren't going to see. And I asked the news reporter. I said, "Where's the Ramadan drag queen Christmas? Where's that?" So if you want to mock Christianity, if you then you're going to mock it. Like, yeah, be universal. And I'm being facetious. I think we should not do that. I think that is definitely crossing the line. And to come here in Bakersfield, California.
We don't mean that. We're just saying, if you're going to do one, do them all.
Yeah, but and we really mean don't do any of it. Yeah. They've definitely crossed the line with this. And if you look at Fox's own mission statement,
I mean, we showed that.
Their mission statement is to enhance the quality of life for the people in Bakersfield through effective entertainment of the historic park. How does bringing a pornographic Christmas show enhance the quality of life? How do the donors who support the Fox Theater, I mean, how do they accept that? help me
And why?
understand that. Why? Why? Hey, I love the Fox Theater. They have some great shows there.
I grew up there going. It was one of the
Yeah.
only theaters in town. That shows. I think I was young when the dinosaurs roamed here. The Fox Theater.
Why do you have that dinosaur bone over there? Is that? No. What's that about? Well, it strikes the conscience. There are things that happen. You know, when George Washington crossed the Delaware, and there are moments and times where you kind of go, "This is the moment in time." How dare you come into this small town during one of the most, Christmas is an iconic time in a conservative town and bring this stuff in our town, Tom, in our face.
Well, that's why we titled the show on lunch break, not in this town, because we had the country artist with the song that he put out that was taking heat. Back to the time when we filmed it. So
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a creative idea.
Who was it? Jason? Yeah.
Alvin.
There you go. Thanks.
It's interesting because the whole topic of his song said you can't bring that to a small town and not accept pushback.
Right.
And I do think that this is what the Fox was hoping to do: have a show, because they don't want to comment on it. They don't want to. They would love to have you on our show.
Yeah.
So if you guys could talk to us and come and say, hey, this is why we presented it, and this was a part of the community that we're going to have.
There has to be some guideline somewhere. Otherwise, it's a free-for-all. And we don't want a free-for-all. People can do what they want and choose whatever. But when you put it on a local scale like that, put it in the historic Fox, I think it hurts the image of the Fox.
Well, and then when you say it's a drag queen risk.
Yeah,
that's where you sexualize the celebrated day of our Savior, Jesus. And now you're going to sexualize it inside the theater. And at some point, this was another thing, didn't they restrict age, but they allowed it up to the parents?
Absolutely.
To get this. So kids could be in
it. Look,
did you see any kids in there?
I saw young people out there. I don't know if they went in because I wasn't privy to that. But I just...
And you're not trying to block that either.
No.
We believe in parental rights. If a parent wants to take their kids in there... But I remember our pastor said the same thing. You don't have to take the lure off. You don't have to take the lid off the sewer to know it stinks. But I think some parents want to take the lid off the sewer, and the kids are going, that stinks.
That's a good point. I'm going to use that one. I just think there has to be a line somewhere. There has to be a line somewhere. Otherwise, it becomes a free-for-all. And this activity will eventually turn into a parade down Truxton Avenue. Then what are we going to say?
Well, yeah, and I think that's we're not coming against the people.
What I'm talking about is this behavior that's presented that I think is destructive, and it goes against the moral fiber of what we believe. Look, this is, I mean, if we can mock Christmas during Christmas time, then everything is up for grabs.
Yeah, do it in July. But don't call it drag queen Christmas. Call it something else.
The fact is,
because this is why I don't like it too, because they take all the things that are associated with Christmas.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing. They take the present giving, which we get from the story of the Magi coming and giving Jesus presents. So they take that, they sexualize that. They sexualize the presentation of what we know and little kids know as reindeer,
right?
And they sexualize that. But they do it within the context of drag queen.
Right. We even say in the political realm, if you don't like the person in the White House, respect the office. Don't we say that? We say respect the office. Yes. Show respect. Don't wear sandals to the White House. I want to tell
that to the guy in the White House.
Yeah, well, but don't wear sandals to the White House when you're getting a presentation.
Yeah.
Respect the office, if you will, of Christmas. Yeah. And to mock it here in Bakersfield, California, it's just unconscionable to me. And I know there are a lot of other people who believe the same thing, and I know it's busy and it's a hard time. And I'm glad hundreds of people came out. I would like to see hundreds of more people come out and post and share this because I don't want this to come back.
So what do we think now, Angelo? So you came to us. We did a show. We put that out. Then you didn't stop.
No.
Which is your personality. You went and you peacefully had a prayer night.
We sure did.
The news decided to come out and cover it and then put it on the news.
And a shout out to News 29. Eyewitness News did a great job in covering that. Yeah.
And then again, I mean, you didn't tell them how to cover it.
Nope.
They covered it. You don't have any control over that. We tell them.
I'm married. I don't have any control over that either. So there.
You got honeydews to do today, right?
I mean, good job. Yeah. Matter of fact, I got to get home and yeah.
So sum up what as Breitbart is now picking up. You're talking? You're getting social media connections today, right? You've got some groups that aren't even in the same faith that we are that says thank you.
This is against, I believe, all faiths. This is not just about Christianity. This is an in your face, because if we can take an historic institution and put on a presentation that mocks the very essence of what most people believe, I think this is sad. So I don't want this to go away. I don't want this to come back. And so the only way that's going to happen is if, people can go see what they want. I'm not jumping in front of anybody. I'm not stopping anybody. But I think this is well beyond the pale. So I want to keep this going. I hope people share this story, talk to the elected officials, share this thing all around the country, because we're not the only ones dealing with this.
Well,
and if we stay silent, history will repeat itself.
Well, and Mike, what you're saying?
Yeah, Mike.
If good people stay silent.
Oh yeah, the only thing required for evil to prevail is for good men to stay silent.
Yeah.
Or
And
do nothing.
yeah, and one of the comments she had mentioned in there, I asked the churches, actually asked the community to come together.
Yeah.
See, my whole focus as a pastor in the church is not just about the pastors. It's about the community. This cuts at the heart of our community. Good, meaning people. This is just bad. It's just bad. Why would you put a horrible display and give it that kind of notoriety? And the way they presented in the news was, oh, this is a popular show, but this pastor is coming against it.
We're always portrayed in that.
Yeah, we're always portrayed that.
When our voice comes up, this is what I do believe. I have a personal relationship with our pastor, and he always talks about it. The society wants, or the social people that behind the social causes want the Christian church. We'll go over to the corner and just do your little thing.
Stay in your pews.
Yeah. But if you jump into this, we're coming up.
Well, the fact is, I believe in Christmas, and many do. And you would bring something like this in the center of our town, and present this as a alternative, I think is disgusting. And I have an obligation to say something. I've lived here for over 30 years. I'm going to speak about it, but I'm not going to tear down people. I'm going to say this presentation is not the best we can do at Flint County. We can do better than this. We can do way better than this. Matter of fact, the next day they put up, it was a Christmas, Agape something came in. They hurry up and put that up. Those are the things that we can do. You can take the whole family to it. By the way, Christmas is for everyone. There's no age restriction on Christmas. Whenever you get that, then you know something else is going on here.
They're good, and I love the sign of kids on their face.
I love that too.
Or whether it's Christmas Eve night, hey, that they're good. It's about our belief in the fact that Jesus Christ was born for a reason. John 3:16.
Right. We have
God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, so God gave Him.
We have Deja Vu Club here, which is a strip club. And what if Deja Vu would have came out Deja Vu Christmas?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Well, wait a second here.
Hope we're not giving you guys an idea.
Yeah.
I never thought of that, Angelo.
Yeah, scratch that. Yeah, we don't. Take
Hey, no,
that out there.
you got Mike. You did quiet, which is funny.
Yeah, Mike.
Which is not good.
Well, I'm with you guys that talk more than I do, so. I try to add to.
He's running the tech equipment too right now.
But this is against all faiths, not just
you
Christians.
take the last few minutes.
This is against all faiths. And I really want to appeal, as I said in June, I want to appeal to the good people of Kern County to speak out against this, not to tear down, not to
against the people.
Yeah, this is, look, Christ came to save all people. And I was the worst of all sinners. And I still am. And if it wasn't for his absolute sacrificial love in my life, I wouldn't be able to see the light of day. I want to share that hope with other people. I don't believe anyone can be so far gone that it can't be reached. But there are times that we participate in things that are just not healthy, good, and right. And I don't think we should do this. This should not be given that plateau, in my opinion. And I'm not the only one here in Bakersfield who believes that. I wish more people would come out and say it openly. I really wish more people would. But regardless of whether more people will come out or not, I'm going to say it.
Why do you think more people don't come out?
I think because of apathy, because of fear, busyness, all the kind of stuff, not wanting. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, if you read his memoirs, during the rise of Hitler, his greatest opposition in a lot of it was the local churches and pastors. Couldn't get them on board. They didn't want the political side. They didn't want them. This will go away. We look back on history now and we see over 6 million Jews lost their lives.
Yeah.
The fact is, the moral decay of our country doesn't start in big swaps. It starts at very, very small.
Well, it's like
we're seeing this out there.
We said the only thing required for evil to prevail is for good men to do nothing.
And it starts small. Come here and do this. It's going to go. I say no.
Yeah.
I say let's be
not in this small town.
Yeah, we don't want this to come back.
Yeah,
I agree with you. So, we're welcome to have your comments. Angelo, thank you for doing what
Thank
you
you.
My friend, we'll be doing more
Mike.
like this. Yeah. So, Mike, finish this up, please.
All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Hopefully you got something from this, and let us know if you agree, disagree, like what we're saying, or what you want to hear more of. Talk to y'all soon. Have a great day. God bless.